Today's diary entry 1st March 2026. Today was Sunday. I woke up at 6. I just slept for about 3 hours. I went for a run about 5 to 6 kilometers. I went to this ashram in the morning, Sisam Jhadi Ashram. It is one of the ashrams which is owned and operated by Art of Living. So I went there and did my yoga and meditation for the morning. Don't mind that, it's just my alarm. After doing my meditation, I came back to my room. I slept for about 2.5 hours to cover up my sleep deficit. Also, key note, while I was in ashram and doing my meditation, so previously I had run to get to the ashram. So I had worn a half t-shirt and a half pant so as to make sure it's comfortable while running and I don't get too sweaty and too uncomfortable. But that kind of backfired when I was meditating, because while I was meditating it was cold. It got really cold and I was getting very hypothermic sort of, and I was sort of feeling very feverish and weak and lethargic also. I already had like 3 hours of sleep in my system, and I had also ran like 6 kilometers, so I was dehydrated quite a bit, and I was also hypothermic to add to the insult. So now coming back, when I was back to my room and I slept for 2.5 hours, when I woke up, I had a very bad severe headache. It was more on my right side. It was sort of a dull aching, sort of not more like dull aching, not pulsatile or throbbing. It also did involve my eyes. My eyes got really dry. I mean, I do have dry eyes as such, but it was even worse. So when I was using my CMC teardrops, I had to use it every 20 or 30 minutes because it got dry so fast. Made me wonder if I'm suffering from trigeminal autonomic cephalagia or migraine. I mean, I do have migraine, I know that, but I'm not sure about this one. So yeah, when I woke up, I had to call my dad and get a few things sorted out because my sister is applying for one exam that's coming up, and I had to sort of make the payment for it because I had access to the payment portal. So I did that today. And after that, also one interesting thing, when I was sleeping during the afternoon, that is 2.5 hours that I'm talking about, I had a sort of weird dream. It was like around 11:30 or 12 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon. So what happened was, in the dream I knew that I had woken up and there was a call coming from my father. I knew that he was supposed to call me today, and when I saw the time it was 12:30. So I knew that okay, he's calling me. But then when I actually woke up it was like 11:30, and I think he had called me, but it was earlier than what I had seen in the dream that he called me at 12:30. So it's like a mix of both the things. So it's sort of a lucid dreaming and also I don't know what. So it was crazy, and that sort of made my neurotransmitters even more exhausted, and my prefrontal cortex was completely drained, and I was having a very bad headache after that. Kind of makes sense because my neurons were in haywire due to all the sort of insults that I gave it to my body today with sleep deprivation, hypothermia, and sort of even hypoglycemia and dehydration to add to the insult. and also heat wave changes, that in the afternoon it got quite warm and hot as compared to the morning. So all of it was too much for my brain to handle. So yeah, no, okay. So I had woken up in the afternoon. So and then I went and had my lunch, and I came back. I came back to my room. Also visited a friend's room for like few minutes just to talk to him, like sort of just chill down a little bit. And also one thing I've not mentioned is after I woken up, I had put my clothes in the washing machine for laundry. So I had to pick them up back and dry them up in the sun. So I had sort of arranged them in the balcony, in over the railings which we have across the balcony. So I had arranged my clothes over there as the sun was directly hitting on them, so it was easier for me to dry them as compared to just keeping it somewhere inside the room to dry. After that, I was very bored. I mean, I do have my exams coming up in a week, my like pre-finals, and there's a lot of syllabus that I need to cover. But today I just had a lot of I had a headache and I just didn't want to study anything at all. So I just came back to my room and I was kind of bored. I didn't know what to do. I went on Omi TV, and Omi TV is a platform where we can meet and talk to strangers. So there were a lot of people there. There's this one guy, I think, with whom I ended up talking for more than half an hour, and we talked on the grounds of what is moksha and how to like attain it, like a lot of spiritual talks. I mean, I did relate to few of his stuff, but then I thought he had a very rigid way of thinking. It was not flexible, and he did not have that mindset where there are infinite possibilities and ways to look at life. He had a very narrow, limited sort of thinking, and I don't blame him for that. I mean, I had the same for like in the past year. It's only that now I've decided and I've started to open up and look at the things from different perspective and different angles. So yeah, we got a little sidetracked over there. Anyway, so once I was done through my Omegle business, Ome TV business, I took one paracetamol tablet of 650 milligram because I was having very bad headache, and I also had to go to the market with my friends. So I did go to the market. In market, I went there. I had so currently I am based in India. So that's one fact I guess could have like kind of told me just by looking at my appearance that I look more of have more of a mongoloid features I guess, and I'm more Southeast Asian looking. So yeah, and so I did have one samosa and one gujia. Gujia is a very popular dish among northern part of India, and given that the day of uploading this video we have Holi coming up in like 2 days, so that was a sweet dish. It was which is available in the market. So we had that, and then I went and bought some dry fruits and fruits, and also some vegetables to cook because I have started cooking on my own since the past week, which has been pretty fun, I guess. But now that exams are coming up, I'm not sure how to sort of balance it, but we'll figure it out. So I mean, I came back and went to my mess to eat the dinner cooked. Today I did not cook because I was coming from market and I was already pretty very tired. So I went and ate my dinner and then went for an evening walk with my friends. I came back and there was a match, India versus West Indies, which India did end up winning, so it was nice. And I came back to my room and it was like what around 10:30 I guess. I was pretty bored. I didn't know what to do, so I ended up like going on YouTube and Instagram, just randomly scrolling stuff and not doing anything productive at all. And it's currently 2, and I'm not too proud of what I've done, but that's that. So I want to end today's day. I just thought of making this video as a sort of day in the life, you could say. And in this diary that I'm writing, it's my daily journal. I'm gonna input things that I learned. So what did I learn today? what I learned today is well, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Second column that will fill is things that sucked, and my headache has to go in there, man. My headache has to go in there. And things that I'm grateful for. Things that I'm grateful for. I guess it has to be friends, because it's pretty fun. If I did not have my friends, I would have been pretty damn lonely, I guess. It's always fun to have someone to talk to, in dire situations and needs and times of needs. Now, things that I learned, I think, I guess I learned to use opportunities wherever I get. One example of it is, for example, I am completely drained right now and I'm not too proud of what I've done today. It was not productive at all, I guess, but I'm still making this video sort of a creative expression of my own, and also something as a way to end today's day so that it's not completely wasted and I have something to put out there. I'm expecting no one to watch this video, and that's completely fine. I'm just making this for, I guess, my own selfish reasons. That is what it is, I guess. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, right? So I learned to, use my opportunities. Okay, so that is my diary entry, guys, and today marks the day 50. Now, I already mentioned Art of Living Ashram, so today marks my day 50 of consistently doing Sudarshan Kriya, and it has been pretty nice. I'm feeling way more calm than before, and I'm sorry if I'm really closing my eyes a lot because I'm really sleepy. I really need to go and sleep, but I also have a lot of stuff to do before I sleep, and to go and brush my teeth, and a lot of night routine that I do follow. So I'll go do that. Before that, I'll upload the video, and that's it, guys. I'll come back the next time with something of help, something maybe more productive. This one was a day in the life, maybe a not so good of a day in the life. Okay, that's it. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great time, and keep smiling and keep living. Bye bye.